We continue to track the devastating and deadly wildfires in Los Angeles. Officials say at least 7 people have died. More than 10,000 buildings have been decimated, and over 180,000 people are under evacuations. Tonight, strong winds are continuing to fuel the flames. And amid these fires is growing backlash against Governor Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen explains what is being criticized and how these elected officials are responding.
Well, Becca, right now state lawmakers at the Capitol are in a special session called by the governor to prepare for legal battles with the incoming Trump administration. But Republican Assemblymember Bill Essayli says that's a waste of our time when we should be using it to provide more resources to the firefight in L.A.
We should be focusing on fireproofing the state.
As crews continue to battle the flames in Los Angeles, lawmakers in Sacramento are in a special session to prepare for any legal costs that may come during a second Trump administration.
I just believe that's the wrong policy and priority.
That's why Republican Assemblymember Bill Essayli sent Governor Gavin Newsom this letter, demanding him to call off the special session and to focus on fireproofing the state.
Only thing we should be talking right now as a body is how do we deal with these wildfires? How do we get help to these victims? How do we prevent this from happening again? And what do we do with the insurance crisis?
Essayli also criticized Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass.
Mayor Bass looking, staring into a camera, not having anything to say, or having no water in the fire hydrants. It's a complete disaster.
The city says there was enough water, but because of the fire conditions, firefighters relied on fire hydrants that are not equipped to fight fires of an entire neighborhood. Bass emphasized getting the facts correct on Wednesday.
Claims that the tanks weren't full are false. On Monday evening, all available water tanks were filled before the fire.
Bass continues to be criticized for not being in Los Angeles when the fire started. Her response:
I was on a military flight, as I mentioned, which allowed me to be in constant communication. I was on the phone, on the plane, almost every hour of the flight.
But Essayli says that's still not enough.
We don't want a mayor who's going to work remotely.
Essayli echoing many critics, saying he's also disappointed to see cuts to the budget for the Los Angeles Fire Department this fiscal year.
Why did the mayor cut her fire budget? Why did she do that? The fire chief in her city sent her a letter and said, hey, this cut is going to impact our ability to prepare for fires.
Mayor Bass's response:
within this fiscal year, LAFD actually would go above what was allocated on July 1st.
I reached out to the governor's office about Essayli's letter to call off the special session. A spokesperson says this is a clear stunt, and Assemblymember Essayli has voted against billions of dollars in funding for wildfire and forest resilience and resources for CAL FIRE. To see the full statement, head over to our website at abc10.com. Becca?